Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Let me go ahead and get the meter up here. Okay. So can you all hear me fine? I done screwed everything all up, so. All right. Everything should be looking good. So we got some interesting topics to cover today as far as if we're bullish or not. And then towards the end of the screen, I do have some random topics I also want to cover. So who do we got in here? Looks like we got Dags. And Dags? How's it going, Dags? So first topic, should we get right into it or should we try and see if anybody else is going to come in here? The first one, I already feel like I know the sentiment of everybody on it. It's the seer. So I kind of want to more talk about the seer as the seer itself, not as the release of the seer. Dad's making us lunch. Oh, it's past my bedtime. But I like spending the Sundays with you. I always have fun with this. I did figure out how to make polls in YouTube to where we can do it that way. But unfortunately, running StreamYard and doing the polls at the same time seems to look like a pain in the butt. So I'm going to do some practicing with that and see if I can start to get this set up on the polls. Because that would be better. All right. Trying to organize things here. Trying to see if anybody else wants to come in and hang out first. So it's like we got. I forgot to shut off Discord. Hope that wasn't annoying. We got Triage in here. Hey, Triage, how you doing? Am I pronouncing that right? I hope so. Let me get Discord shut off so that's not freaking annoying. Ugh. I just got to shut that off. I don't know if you all find that annoying hearing that in the background also from people. I am also trying a new way of getting notifications on the Donate Live thing. So we'll kind of see how that works out. J-Dubs, there's J-Dubs. J-Dubs is always in here. Good to see you. And we got Jeremy also. Good evening. So, all right. So let's get into the seer. Yeah, I heard J-Dubs got the Excalibur. I think I heard I was watching Sticks Intern. I think I heard him mention it on there. I want to get one of those. Those things are cool. So we got Eric just showed up. Sweet. So we got a good crowd coming here. So let's start talking about the good old seer. So I'm curious about your thoughts on the seer. For the seer, it's kind of hard for me. That's not my play style. But watching some of y'all play it, does seem like a pretty cool hero to be playing. Now, I'm curious. I want your guys' thoughts. Do you think for the hunts, it's better, or do you think it's going to be something that's going to be needed in PvP more? My thoughts on the seer, the way I'm watching you guys play it and reading the codex and all that, I don't know how far away we are from this. But that seems like a great hero for something like a raid or, some group battles or something like that. You get a 5-man or 10-man guys going on. Seems like you'd be a perfect match for something like that. We got Jeremy in here. Seer is fun. It is going to take time to master. Yeah, Jeremy, I think that is the key. It's the time it'll take to master. For me, it's not really my kind of play style, but I will mess with it. I don't use healers for box hunts, so I have only done boar hunts for my seers. Oh, Dags got a big old sentence here for me to read. I thought delay and channeling of the seer was going to be terrible. Really enjoyed it though. Gotta look a few turns ahead sometimes, but if you pay attention to the time bar, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, for your kind of gameplay, I bet it is. Plus, I need you to hurry up and get it mastered, get it down there so we can go do a hero build sheet on it. I still got to get those 2 more we got done, edited, and go. Jeremy says the seer will be most powerful with very specific builds. I can see that. Get a lot more strategic in there. Hey, 3 Wolves, thanks for joining. That's another point. It was nice to take a healer to the box. I like how the seer is really true to their nature. I think they should be immune to blindness, though. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Yeah, be immune to blindness. You would think they'd be immune to that. It makes sense. And yeah, I do like the way they built in the lore behind the seer also, and the way they play, the play style and all that. That is kind of cool. So, I think the seer itself, since it added another layer to the gameplay and more strategy behind it too, I definitely would like to give it a higher rating. So I'm kind of interested in your guys' higher ratings also. Seer play 3D chess. Yeah, definitely. I can see that, Eric. 3 Wolves, 9 people watching, 4 likes. Stop being lazy, folks. Yeah, please like if you can. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe would be cool also. You know, someday we might actually get to the point to where people are actually watching us. You know, we got more engagement in DeFi Kingdoms itself, which will bring us more people. That'll be cool. I can't wait for that. I liked hours ago. Yeah, I saw you commented, Dags, way back. And sorry, guys, it's an hour later today. I keep forgetting. I'm in a different time zone every week, so I accidentally set it up for the time zone that I'm in. So I'll try to be more consistent on the time I actually go live. I want to set it to where I go live at 5 o'clock Central Time every week. And, you know, different locations every day for me. I get confused. I forget about it. So let's see if anyone's got anything else to say about the seer. If not, let's start getting it rated. I'm going to give it a +3 just because I like the complexity that it added, even though that's not my game style. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, I done screwed it up already, guys. You should know by now I'm going to do that. All right, so my 3's in there. Let's start seeing what you guys add in here. J-Dubs gives it a 3. And for anyone that doesn't know how it works in here, it's a -5 to a +5. Positives being bullish, negatives being bearish. So we got 2 3s so far. Dags gives it a 3. Jeremy gives it a 4. Jeremy really likes it. And I want to get to where I can start using that poll to save us all a little bit of time. Make this a little bit easier. I didn't think I was allowed to use the poll until I got to 500 subs, but I'll take it. So, anyone else want to chime in here with their rating? Hey, Skiller, how's it going? So if you're catching up, Skiller, we're rating the Seer on how we like the gameplay. The Seer itself, not the fact that we released it. So if you want to go ahead and chime in with that or give your thoughts on the Seer, go ahead and get it in there. Looks like Eric also gives it a +4. Skiller gives it a 3. I give Meat Wand a 5. Oh, come on, you don't like whacking people over the head with a drumstick? Although Seekers don't really whack people with stuff, but 2.5 because I'm lazy from 3 Wolves. Which just averages up to a 4. I was wondering how the points were going to work. Or 2.5. Boy, I read that wrong. Y'all going to make me put my glasses on already? Skiller don't like the archers. He wants to give them a -5.5. I love the archers. Skiller, come on now. Probably just because that's my play style. Just easy, quick, tank them down. Well, I guess it's not tanking them down, but DPS them down. But then again, I pretty much only play the boars now, so them box, they just kill me. I'm not an elite player like you all. So, all right, what was the next topic we had in here? Oh, boy, I really don't know how to spell. So that's supposed to say compared. Oh, that's funny. Let me edit that. And if you all haven't noticed already, I am the worst speller and all that. My spelling and my grammar, whew, look out. So, now, DFK releases, when they release stuff, it works. And it just works. You know, there's very, very few bugs. And the reason why I want to bring this to attention is there's another project that a lot of us may have participated in, that their release wasn't so smooth. And I don't want to put on anybody because that's actually really common with a lot of projects in this space. I would say it's more uncommon to see projects in this space release stuff and it goes smooth than when it releases stuff and it doesn't go smooth. Boy, that just made a whole lot of no sense. But that made me really think back, really think about DFK and how smooth stuff goes. So it's something that we take for granted as being DFK players and being in the DFK community. But I wanted to highlight that just because it was brought to our attention again. And when I see stuff like that, it does make me more bullish when it comes to DeFi Kingdoms. So that's why I wanted to add that in here, since this is a bullish meter and we are talking about how bullish we are with DeFi Kingdoms. So I wanted your guys' opinion on that. And with the release of this other project, did that increase your sentiment and make you more bullish on DeFi Kingdoms, or did you just not give any thought about it? So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Glasses are required. J-Dubs wants to put my glasses on. So go ahead and chime in. Give me your guys' opinion on all that. Let me see if I can find my glasses. I hate wearing them damn things. I think most people do, since I don't really ever need them until it gets late at night, and that's when I need them. So, Dax is laughing again. Skiller, everybody laughing at me. J-Dubs doesn't want to vote on that one. I will be an outlier. The outlier is what makes things important. Those outliers, although they may be the small percentage, outliers are important. Dags wants to chime in. +4 on DFK releases. I mentioned it on stream last night. Am I bullish on DFK or am I bullish on their QA team? There you go. Let's give the QA team a big bullish. I'm sure they would appreciate that. So we'll go ahead and get him out in there. I didn't plan to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I did want to bring it up. And I'm going to give it a 4 also. I'm going to be a copycat and just copy Dags on that one. I am here for that wrinkle-free DFK, Eric says. Yes, definitely agree. And that's one of the big things with DFK that I've always liked is things have just worked. Shit might take forever to get out, but it just works. And I do love that. So it looks like pretty much only Dags wants to vote on that one. So feel free to continue to go in. I don't want to say a whole lot on it because there's really not a whole lot to talk about on it. Eric wants to give it a positive 4.1. And Three Wolves gives it a 4. And Jeremy gives it a 4. Let me get them inputted in there. So we got a 4.1, 4, 4. I think there was one more 4. Skiller was a 4 also. So, all right, I think I got them all. So what was the next topic? Sponsored. All right, sponsors. So I just put this all in one, and we can talk about a little bit of it as, you know, each one if you guys want. I more just want to talk about the amount of sponsors we have, and something that, you know, I never noticed before, and it would make sense that they made it this way, but I wouldn't have thought about making it that way. But the way they made it to where we can just, anybody can sponsor pretty much whatever they want, and the way it's set up, it just works. So I want to kind of combine this with what do you think of the new sponsors that we have and the mechanic that they built in to handle those sponsors. And I mean, one of the reasons I'm really bullish on it is with all those sponsors that we just added in, it's awesome. Because now if we got new players coming in and they see all those different prizes they can get from just participating in the gameplay, you know, that just adds a whole nother layer. You know, I mean, you never know. In the future, we could have, you know, 20, 30 people in there, 40 people in there. Who knows how big this can get with that? I think that's just awesome. So what did Dag say here? What were the last bugs we had? Bridging issues, and like Sticks Intern said yesterday, there were a few 4-hunt issues where people's heroes were stuck in limbo at the end of the hunts. I didn't notice any of those, but yeah, I guess. Bridging was an issue. Are people still having those bridging issues? I don't remember seeing, I haven't had a bridging issue in a long time. Three Wolves definitely wants to give it a 5 on this one. I'm there with Three Wolves. I want to give it a 5 on that way also. I feel like the raffles are rigged. Skiller, don't you win a lot of them there, Skiller? I thought you were one of the people that won a lot of them. Jeremy gives it a 4.9. Dags gives it a 5. 4.9. I only wish I could airdrop unopened heroes crystals. Yeah, Jeremy, that would be cool. Especially like if you're doing giveaways or different stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. All right, I better start getting some of these in here. 5, 4.9, and a 5. Whoa, what was that? Scared the crap out of me. 5, 4.9, 5. I think I did that right. Done got scared with that popping noise. J Dubs was the other 5. Dags, $25. It's $25 though. Or 3 wolves. Skiller gives it a 5. And I'm going to give it a 5 also, just because I'm really hyped about the mechanic more than I am the where we're sitting at with them. But, you know, the amount you can win now is definitely a positive. So I think we got all of our usual voters in there. So now, anyone else have a topic they want to talk about? I only got 3 topics in there, but I do have some random topics that I do want to talk about also. So that's why I stopped it at 3, and then I wanted you guys to also chime in with what you guys want to rate, a topic you guys want to come up with for this. So go ahead and hit me up with your random topics, what you guys want to rate, or let's just say anything you want my opinion on also. So go ahead and chime in with that, and we'll get on that. And then where are we sitting at? Yeah, that's all we got. Make sure to double check everything. So, all right, while we're going with that, I do want to, I'll start talking about some of my different things. So I went through and I did a short tutorial video on crafting, doing potions and vials. And I think it came out okay. More along the lines of what I'm trying to think about is, you know, I'm looking at DFK and I'm looking at all the different things that we can build tutorials on. And the community needs more tutorials. I got some, you know, Dags has made some, Mega's got some out there. Some other people in the communities are building some. The problem I'm having is to do a 5-minute tutorial on what we have going on within DeFi Kingdoms. Everything is so complex. How do you make a 5-minute video on stuff? You know, I started looking at summoning. I could go through a real quick summoning tutorial on how to put 2 heroes in there and summon with them. But that's not going to do summoning the justice because it's so complex. You just leave all that complexity out of it and leave in just the basic mechanics. That's rough. So let's get your guys' thoughts on that. And if you can come up with any or build any, that would be cool. I just can't seem to figure out how to do it. PvP and the Metis partnership. 3 Wolves wants to discuss. So that's a hard one to talk about because I'm very bullish on PvP. The Metis partnership, I really don't know enough about them. They seem cool. Everything seems cool with them. You know, a lot of the stuff they're building seems cool. So they're definitely not someone I would discount as partnering with for the PvP thing. But one thing I do want to mention as far as the partnership goes, and I'm hoping DeFi Kingdoms figures this out, but I did do one of those pools over there in the Hercules thing. Now, I didn't do as much as a lot of people did, but I sent over 200 Joule, bridged over 200 Joule, and by the time I got everything set up with the gas fees and everything, I ended up only putting in the pools a very little bit. I think half of it all went to gas fees. So that worries me about what it's going to cost to do it. Now, I'm not going to say anything negative or FUD on it, because we don't see the end product. I don't think it'd be fair to really judge the partnership and all that until we see the end product. Once we see the end product and see how everything works out, then I think we can get more into judging and rating the partnership. And that's just my thoughts on it. So, Dag says, I'm working on tutorials. I am incapable of making a 5-minute video. Yeah, Dags, definitely. Sounds like that's what you're saying too. Ha ha ha. Cutting a video down to 5 minutes is rough. Yeah, especially when you're trying to do a video for something that's so complex. Us old dogs are long-winded like Ents from Lords of the Rings. I couldn't even make a 5-minute video on why you can't make a 5-minute video on summoning. Definitely agree with you there, Three Wolves. I was wondering about that too. Not being able to build a full realm is why we crossed out Ronin and Immutable, but we're holding out an outpost. Feels like settling with Metis. You know, Dags, you brought up a good point there. And I'm not sure if you meant it that way, but setting up an outpost on Ronin to do something like that, that could have been a game changer right there. So, wow. You're using up my gray matter now there, Dags. I got very little left. I am open for metas to impress me. Skiller, imagine new players looking at all that tutorial videos and saying, no thanks. Right? And that, I agree, that's all rough. That does make things hard. You know, and it's the tutorial videos, I don't know. I mean, I really think with DFK, we're really going to be aspiring to the elite players until we get something like Scrub Hunts coming out or, you know, some more basic gameplay. I don't know. I'm hooked. I'm addicted. I'm not going anywhere. I think that's going to be the key, is just we need to get them in, get them playing, and get them addicted. And then we can start talking about all this complex stuff. But I think that's going to be hard to do until we got some real basic gameplay out there. And they're working on all that. And I'll go back to where I'm going to say, I don't think we're going to have mass adoption for a long time. So that's just my thoughts. So 100. All right. So let's wrap this up. Looks like we're not going to get any other random topics unless you guys want to throw some random topics in here. So I'm going to go over what I've been working on and get your guys' thoughts. So scroll down here, Dragon Masters. Oh, we already talked about that. So where I'm sitting at with the DFK scholarships, I'll give you a quick update on that. So I've been working with the Holiday wallet. I got some things figured out. I still have some more obstacles to work on to get that going. But me and King, we've been working on it pretty close. I think with the Holiday wallet, we're going to make it achievable. Now, I do got to say, I got to apologize to Holiday a little bit here. Because I always said I really never cared for the whole, I got a donation. I didn't care for the whole security aspect behind the Holiday wallet. So now that I've set up one and I've tried to actually share that wallet with someone else, their security is pretty good. It's better than a lot of things out there. Now, it's not quite as secure as a MetaMask or one of the other main wallets out there, but it's pretty good. Hey, Two Noobs, how's it going? Are you the one that sent the donation? I was just going to check that. Oh, I forgot how to look at that. Oh, I gotta go to the dashboard. Gotta go down here. Boy, two noobs, I do have a lot of questions for you guys with all this stuff going on. I'm starting to get a lot more into it. Yeah, it was two noobs. Let's go. So, the scholarship thing, like I says, I'm getting closer. We're getting really close. I think I got some workarounds to get around the security, not as a hacker standpoint, but we're getting really close. Things are going good. So I'm hoping by the end of this month that will be up and running. Like I said, if you guys are thinking about building scholarships also, this is not a trustless setup. This is a fully trust-based setup. So with that said, that's where I'm sitting at with that. And I'm sorry, Holiday, I said you guys weren't secure. You guys are secure. So, oh yeah. So Scully's Eye. So I talked about this in one of my other streams. I won't call anybody out, but I got some comments on this, and some people asked me about this, about the whole $1,000 cost on the Scully's Eye. So I want to cover this a little bit because I got to take things back a little bit. I was agreeing with my guest in saying that the durability probably should be adjusted or something like that. I changed my mind a little bit on that. I totally disagree with that. Basically, the Scully's Eye was a free drop based on some things you did in the past. Just kind of like an equipment drop is a free drop from playing a game. So when you're purchasing the Scully's Eye for the $1,000 or $2,000 or $5, that's your choice on how much you choose to pay for that. So should DeFi Kingdoms adjust their mechanics based on your choice to spend that much money for an overpowered weapon? I don't know. So I kind of wanted to open this topic back up and get your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that is fair? Let's just say, let's compare it to if you get an Excalibur. If you get an Excalibur and you put it up on the market for $1,000 and someone pays $1,000 for it, should DeFi Kingdoms adjust the durability on that just based on the market value? I think I'm going to have to stick with no. I think DeFi Kingdoms has a mechanic in place that they decided on a long time ago. And now we don't know the full workings of it, how all that's really going to work out in the end. But I don't think they should change the mechanics for it. Skiller, is that a no, you disagree with me, or a no, you don't think they should change the mechanics? I'm kind of leaning towards you say they shouldn't change the mechanics based on someone paying too much for something. And I kind of agree. But look at, I mentioned Scully's Eye and everybody's bailing out on me. We're down to 7. 6. All right. So anyway, so that's how we're looking with the Scully's Eye. I just wanted to bring that back up because I just got to thinking about it after some people brought it to my attention, and I kind of, just kind of agree. Hey, Gander, how's it going? Good to see you in here. I feel like people know items are temporary and the players create that price market. The first time they pay thousands for an item and don't force the seller to drop the price. Yeah, Dags, I agree. So now, what other topics did I have in here? So I don't want to dwell too much on that. I just wanted to go back and add that in there. Oh yeah, this was a comment mentioned in the AMA that I thought was funny. So Bullon said Gen Zeros are average fishers, and Frisky Fox said Gen Zeros can do anything. So that was just kind of funny. That just caught me kind of funny. So I just wanted to mention that in there. So Bullon says Gen Zeros are average, and Frisky Fox says they can do anything. So what do you think? Are they average, or can they do anything, or are they both? I thought that was funny when I heard that. So I do have another random topic I wanted to discuss, and since Sergeant Filthy McNasty showed up, he mentioned on his stream about players building these massive armies to farm items. And he's not too wrong with that. Let's catch up on chat, and then I will go into more of why I'm building a massive team. I feel like people know items are temporary and players create. Oh, I already covered that. Imagine if all Gen Zero's holders refused to drop the price on 10 out of 10 Genesis or gens. You'd have to wait. You would. Oh, I can't read, and I even got my glasses on. You would have what happened with Scully's. Agreed. Gen Zeros can barely cut it in combat. So the reason I'm building a massive army is not just to farm equipment. I built a massive army to farm, not farm equipment, but farm items. I built it to farm items, but my main purpose of building a massive army within DeFi Kingdoms is for a scholarship program. I want to have, I've always been big on scholars, and that's why when I had my own guild, it was all based around scholarships and all that. And I see that being a huge opportunity in DeFi Kingdoms. So my large army is built based on having a large scholarship program in the future. And that's why I'm working on it so hard right now. So farming items is not just farming items. I want to start farming equipment. I want to start farming leaderboards. I want to start farming everything within the game through a scholarship program. Sergeant, I definitely agree. We need to go mobile, and that is not even on the roadmap. Well, I can't read tonight, guys. I agree, Sarge. It is not on the roadmap, and that makes me cringe every time I look at the roadmap and not see it on there. And that's a big bonus for me if they add some kind of mobile play. Suppose I have 3 awesome PvP heroes. How many heroes should I have in my wallet to farm mats? Whew, that's an interesting question there, Eric. I think in the future, you might need a lot more. Right now, farming the mats to get potions to play PvP, I think you're just better off buying the potions than it would be to farm to make the potions. I honestly think in the future, you're going to have your people that farm mats, craft potions, and all that stuff to sell to the people that are going to play PvP or PvE. I think the rewards and the gear and all that you're going to get off of playing PvP and PvE will easily cover your cost to just buy potions and vials and all that. I think that's going to be more based on what you want to do in the game. If you want to farm all your own mats to do all that, then I don't know. That's an interesting one. Someone should have to figure that out someday. Published roadmap. Hey. Hey, good day, King. I thought you were going to work. Good to see you in here. King's is one of the guys I also have testing out the whole scholarship program. What's up, King? Digital Sleep Aid. How you doing? What is a scholarship program? Oh, wow. I guess a lot of people might not actually know what a scholarship program is. So a scholarship program is when someone like me has an abundance amount of assets within a game, he can loan those assets out to a player that can't afford to buy the assets, but has the skill to play the game and wants to play the game. So you loan them your assets to play the game. In turn, they share their rewards and earnings from the gameplay. So it works both ways. It benefits the scholar and it benefits the manager that's loaning them the assets. Dags answered it too. Digital Sleep Aid. Typically, a scholarship program involves sharing your heroes with someone, and they do any non-automated features of the game for you. There you go. So, and that's why I'm building my big army. So, I think that was all the topics I had. Did you guys come up with another topic that you guys want to rate? Let's make sure here if I got any more. Average. Oh yeah, that was funny. Scully's Eye, Holiday Wallet. Oh yeah, and Sarge, just let you know, we are testing playing punts on the Holiday Wallet on mobile where you can use landscape mode, and it is working pretty good. So I still want mobile play to come out strong and hard, but it does seem like it is possible to play on there. And that's what I got King messing with right now. King's just on a quick break. I thought so. And all that is nice. So, where are we at? We're at 42 minutes. I don't want to cut it short. So what else can we talk about? So, all right. Oh, you don't pay us to go back to school? It depends on how you want to look at it there, Eric. I actually had a couple of scholars over there in the Philippines working for me in Thetan Arena and what was that other stupid ass game? Axie Infinity. And they actually used all the money that I gave them within the game, and they used that for their tuition to go to school. So depends on how you want to look at that. I guess you could say the scholars is helping pay them to go back to school. Then there was a lot of negative press for Zellies when he started providing the means for everyone to bot. Are you expecting the same resistance for scholarshipping? How do I word this? I have really, really thick skin, and I'm expecting some really big digs for that, because if you look at it, there are some games out there, and I will name one just because I really want this game to crash, burn, go to zero, and all the devs to go to prison. But if you look at games like Peg Axie, the scholarship program really hurt them because the way the tokenomics was set up. So do I expect a lot of feedback and a lot of kickback on that? Yes, I do, because what the scholarship program did in other games. And even if you look at Axie Infinity, the way the scholarship program in there was set up, it crashed the SLP price or value. But we are dealing with DeFi Kingdoms where they have a complete game loop built in where it's not going to cause the same problem that it caused in those other games, because they're not, DeFi Kingdoms not just printing assets out of nowhere. You know, everything that they're printing has a burn. So none of that will take effect inside DeFi Kingdoms. So based on the past, do I expect a lot of kickback on it? Yes, I do. But it's kind of the same as what Zellies is doing with DFK Helper. It's more helping the overall ecosystem than it's hurting. And I think the scholarship program, the overall, will be helping the ecosystem than hurting the ecosystem. Did any of that make sense? You got any direct questions on that? But yeah, I expect a lot of kickback on it. Jewelers Combat and Scholarship Guild, the enemy of the people. That's right, Dags. You know we're doing shit right if we're making enemies, right? But I think as a net, a scholarship program within DeFi Kingdoms will be a positive. I honestly think the way the economics within DeFi Kingdoms is perfect. Yes, that made sense to me. Thank you. I won't be kicking back on it. The more hunts that happen, the better the economy will be. Exactly, Jeremy. All that, it's going to be a complete net positive. So, and that's why I'm excited about it. And I am getting really close. I'm hoping to get it set up by the end of this month. It's just, I'm working on the numbers because it's got to be affordable for me and it's got to be affordable for the player. It's got to make sense on both ends. And plus, it's got to be set up in a way to where one wallet can be shared across two different people. And that's right now, the wallet sharing is what I'm really struggling with. But we're getting close. I'm getting close. So any other questions or any other topics you all want to throw out there? Wait, that background music seemed to get louder all of a sudden? Or is that just me? Yeah. Oh, something else I'm also working on is I'm working on a giveaway program to where I have different ways of people entering for the giveaways. I got a little bit of work still to do on it, but one of the ways to enter for the giveaway is going to be through the Donate 3. It's not Donate 3, the Donate Live thing. So anyone that donates gets automatically entered. And then anyone that actually has a scholarship with me also has a entrance, or an entry into the raffles. So pretty much everything I'm going to be doing is going to get them an entry into the giveaway. And it's how that's going to work is I monitor all my profits through all the different games and all that stuff, through the different scholarships that I have out there, through different stuff like that. And a certain percentage of everything I make goes into a giveaway wallet. And it's what I use that giveaway wallet for is either, I got some friends who want to get into the game. I'll go give them some heroes, or in one of the other games, I'll give them some assets within the other games. I usually use all that funds to help out other players and stuff like that. So I want to start allocating some of that to the giveaway program. I just don't want the giveaway thing to where in order to enter the giveaway, you have to go share this, go join me on this, go do that. I don't want it to be too complicated. I just want anyone that interacts with anything that I do within the system will get an entry into it. So look forward to that coming. I'm a couple weeks away from getting that set up also. Maybe I should build a roadmap on everything I got going on, because I got a lot of stuff going on right now. And I'm getting ready to launch the whole Dragon Masters. We're getting ready to go big in that, and we're going to have a lot of big giveaways from the team over there. The team's already setting aside some dragons and stuff for us to give away. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be cool. And plus, I'll be giving away some dragons. So, and I'm also starting to build some short content in there. That game's not so complex. I can actually build short content for that. So, Anybody got any questions about Dragon Masters they want to ask? That's getting ready to come out. That's going to be fun. Well, it's actually been out. It's been out for a long time, but I mean, the scholarship program on that's getting ready to come out. Right now, I'm waiting for Dags to do an edit on my application there. Did you hear me, Dags? Got to get the grammar police in there and get me straightened out, make sure everything's good. So, all right. If nobody else has anything, I think we will end it here. Do you have any recommended tutorials for Dragon Masters? If you speak Tagalog, or however you pronounce that, there's a bunch out there. But if you speak English, not so much. And most of the stuff on Dragon Masters is on Twitch. So I'm getting ready to make a bunch. It's going to be short content. It's really not that complex of a game, but there is a lot of strategy behind the gameplay itself. Damn, I just got back home and it's over. Hey, Dubs. I'm sorry, man. Shoot, I just saw the thing you said. Yeah, Dax, when you get a few minutes, go ahead and look through that. It should be pretty good. I got my secretary, ChatGTP, look through it first before I send it over to you. So, but I find their grammar's not always straight either. I have to do corrections on their stuff. But yeah, I should, in the next week or two, I will start to get a lot of tutorials out on Dragon Masters. Unfortunately, the gameplay itself, I don't play the game. So that might be kind of hard. King plays the game a lot. Maybe I'll get him to do some tutorials with me and he can help me out with that. But yeah, King knows how to play the game. So look forward to that coming. So, all right. Anything else, guys? We are getting close to the hour mark. So also, guys, in the description is a link to the DFK bullish meter. So if you guys want to check this out, and usually I'm going to try and start setting it up a few days early, and I'll start posting the link for the topic so you guys can come in prepared for it. And I'm also getting ready to build a Google form based on it too, to when I release it. So I want to start having that set up a week in advance, and that'll be another way to enter. If you go in there and do the votes on the Google Docs, that'll get you another entry into the raffles as well. So that's coming as well. I got so much coming on, I can't keep everything straight. I got a big old to-do list. So with that said, I do appreciate you all showing up and look forward to seeing you next week. And please don't forget to keep moving forward.